This video is brought to you by CompPaintball.com. Comp Paintball was fed up with not having great products at great prices, so they started their own company. New products are added all the time, and free shipping is offered on select orders. So click the link below and enter the discount code How to Play Paintball, all lowercase, no spaces, while checking out to get a great discount on your order. All right, guys, welcome to the first week of my practice on the Texas Open layout. So this is definitely one of those practices that I was like, look, I'm going to throw everything at the wall, see what sticks, and kind of just go with it. So a lot of this stuff, I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, I did a lot of mistakes, and that is okay. So the first practice, even Fedorov does stuff like this, where he is just trying everything. And literally, I was like, I want to try to run here, I want to try to do this, and I made mistakes. Now the thing with practice, before we get into the actual critique that I want you guys to remember, is that it's okay to make mistakes. The only thing is don't make them twice. So that's kind of my mantra with stuff like that, is don't make the same mistake twice, and then you're golden from there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the first point. I'll tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and a quick shout out also to Damage, Mutiny, the Jits, all of them. We were able to scrimmage against them on this week, this layout. Actually, this weekend, I'm going to be jumping into some stuff at CFP, so if I can get some more footage, I will be sure to go ahead and do that. And then we're flying up to NYX to go practice them in Connecticut. So let's jump into the first point. Okay, so like always, there is always room for more talking. So that is definitely something that I know for sure. Now, off the break, that shot going over into that Dorito area is super easy to kill. That first Dorito going in is going to be pretty simple to try to shoot that guy. Same thing with the Dorito corner, is pretty easy to shoot. Now, I could have been talking, definitely, when I was diving in or kind of moving up the field. I was kind of sneaking, trying to see what I could do, and it worked out. There wasn't anyone shooting cross, so I was able to... get up into the Dorito. Now, I definitely could have been playing a little bit more aggressive, put the guy in and go, just put a little bit more pressure on them. I was able to do that a little bit more on some of the other points, which we'll get into a little bit later, but you can move up this D side relatively easy. If you can kind of beat them to the punch and know that the center is done, then you don't have to worry about them, and you can just kind of keep going up. So you can hear me just trying to talk with my my teammates. There's always room for more talking, definitely. So you can hear me just talking back and forth. So that's the kind of stuff that you want to make sure that you have with your teammates. So there's definitely a lot of chances I'm seeing now that I could have been moving up the field. We were able to shoot out that last guy, so it worked out. So it wasn't anything that was too intense, but yeah, it was definitely something that I definitely could have been pushing a little bit more instead of trying to sit back as much. Now, the center is fun to play. There is some good stuff in the center. Now, getting out to this Aztec, there are a little bit hairy areas that it can be a little tough to get there sometimes. I was trying to bounce it off of some of these bunkers, and it just wasn't working. I don't think that those bounce shots are going to go in. I was just trying to see if maybe it'll work. But just kind of talking, just going back and forth, and just communicating with my my teammates. So sitting on this cross probably wasn't the best idea. On some of the other points, I think I was playing a little bit more aggressive and being able to move out like I did here. Now, I was able a lot of the times to be able to go out straight past that Dorito 1 and go right up into the Dorito 2. It wasn't too difficult to do that. Now, actually moving up the field, and I think this is the one that they catch me in the center, which honestly I should have known. That was just a brain fart on my part. But the way that these centers have been is that it's pretty easy to get up there, and it's pretty easy to go ahead and kind of just sit, and no one will know that you are just waiting for this guy to move. So I have some people shooting at me. I'm able to put them in a little bit. I'm actually going to try to dive into this Dorito, and I'm pretty sure I get shot here. So it's something that you definitely want to make sure that you just take that extra second and a half to wrap the inside, so that way you're able to get that shot on the guy in the center to at least put him in to be able to go ahead and get down the field. So that's definitely something that I could have done a lot better. But yeah, just I could have been talking more. That's definitely something. So you see, like, that was even my mistake, because I can check on the inside and see that guy. So when I go ahead and dive in, and oh no, it wasn't this point. Okay, so That's what it was. I think Jacob ends up snapping me out here. So, yeah, so you definitely want to check that inside. You can do it by, I was thinking of a completely different point, so I apologize. This is definitely kind of like a one-take thing here. So, when I was looking in the inside, you can still check off the inside of the field and make sure that no one is shooting that way.
Hey, 100! 100!
So just trying to move my way out. I mean, it's pretty easy to go gun up. There's a lot of stuff that, yes, it can block some shots, but you're still able to move out. Now, staying here and trying to watch your Dorito side is not going to be beneficial. It's not something that you are going to be able to help out your team, other than shooting the inside. So since we had this guy at the little mini W, me staying inside this way wasn't the worst idea, because then I'm able to watch over his back and make sure that no one runs him down. Now, definitely, I remember this point. This is one that I just didn't bring out enough paint, and that was definitely just my own fault. So I'm just kind of dumping paint, just making sure that this guy can't breathe. I'm just going to keep talking, and
All right, possible Dorito 3.
okay, so you can hear just the possible or caution, stuff like that. You want to be using codes like that, so that way you're not calling anything. That actually happens later, that my teammate said, hey, he's right in front of you, and I go to run the guy down. He meant that he was in my mirror, not that he was literally right in front of me. And I got up immediately because I need to go shoot that guy and ended up getting shot. So that was the mistake. Now, what happens is Mingo got up further up on this Dorito side, and the way that you're going to be able to protect your Dorito player down his tape is getting out to this corner. So you can hear me just saying, like, hey, I got your corner, just making sure that he knows that I'm protected, or I'm protecting him. So what happens here is honestly, I just get lazy. So it was definitely just a brain fart on my part, and I'm not going to play that down, because that's unacceptable as the player and at the level that I'm at. So I honestly only had about a hopper left at a certain point, because I dumped all my paint. So if you are going to be playing behind somebody, you might want to take out a little bit extra paint than you might usually, just to make sure that you are able to protect your guy. So yeah, I'm just sitting here just trying to shoot down the tape, and I think what happens is I overextend a little bit. Like, I try to just hang out that little bit extra just to try to get that extra shot, because I didn't have as much paint.
All I know is ball 1, Dorito 3.
So
Hey, he's got me in, Mingo. He's got me in on tape.
So what I'm doing here is just trying to tell Mingo that, hey, you know, this guy's got me in on the tape. Then that way he might actually be able to shoot him. If he stood up a little bit tall, might be able to drop in a shot. So if you talk with your teammates, that's going to be something.
Subaru, Mexico.
And now this is something that you always want to make sure that you do,
Dorito 2,
just repeat whatever it is that you hear in the guy in front of you or next to you or whatever. Just repeat whatever it is that they say. So if you don't hear someone repeat something, just make sure that you're repeating it, or else they don't know that you actually did hear it. So I think, yeah, this is where he gets a good shot on me. I'm not going to take that away from him, but I was just being lazy, to be honest. Now, getting out to this Dorito corner like this, you're not going to be able to do this often. I think this might have been earlier in the day, and so yeah, I was able to get up further up the field like this, and that's great. But actually playing in the game, I don't think that that's going to happen. I do shoot this first snake guy.
Hey, snake!
But there was actually 2 snake players, and this is where the communication comes in and becomes really important, is that because I didn't know this, I'm going to try to move in on the inside. Once the snake is dead, once I shoot him, I try to move in on the inside, because I think there was someone posted down the tape, and I went to go and move, and basically, yeah, so I think I checked the tape or something, and then I tried to move in on the inside, and there was actually another snake, and ends up shooting me. So, yeah, that was just a communication break, and just not knowing. But because of the way that there are these bunkers that block out a lot of the snake, I can't see the guy that fills in there. You need to just make sure that you're playing like the snake is always hot. Now, like I said, you can go and kill that guy pretty easy. Now, this was a good move because it forces the other team to have to come get me. And now he had to, you know, he ends up getting shot because he had to play a pin. So I was able to pull 2 bodies. So I wanted to show that. So even, you know, I technically took 2 bodies with me. I shot the first guy going out to the Dorito side, and then I was able to get up on the center. Getting up to that brick on the snake side, I think is going to be pretty effective. There's a lot of stuff there that you can shoot at, that you can just kind of lock down the field. So here's what I mean again, just getting straight past that that Dorito 1 and just going straight into the Dorito 2 is going to be, it's pretty easy to do. You might need to stop for a second, but yeah, then you're going to be okay. So you can hear them repeating what it was that I said. So that's something that, again, you want to make sure that whenever it is that you are talking to your team, you want to make sure that they are repeating whatever it is that you're saying. So I'm just trying to hunt here, honestly, just kind of looking around. I could have asked for some recon. There is a drop shot dropping into that tower. If they are playing the inside, they're gonna be possibly getting shot. It is a blind shot, so you're not going to be completely sure if it's dropping in, but it's something that could maybe freak them out. I definitely could have been pushing harder. Again, you know, there's no one looking at me here, and I was able, like I said, I was able to get up the Dorito side. So
okay.
I don't know why I was stopping here. I don't know if part of it was because it's a new field layout, but that just doesn't make sense. Now, just making sure that people are watching, you know, whatever is going on, just talking back and forth. I mean, you want it to be a conversation, honestly. And I think this was the point that Tim Montresor went from that tower and filled out. And he was saying that if I had just gone up to the next Dorito, that I would have put a lot more pressure on him.
Yeah. I can't see it. I hear you on Snake 2. I can't see it.
So I'm just trying to tell them that, hey, look, I can't see this, what you're talking about. I'm not going to be able to see that guy just because I'm blocked out by him. So this is a shot that does work, as you can shoot up over the top at the snake corner. They just have to be in the right spot, and it's a blind shot. So it's just kind of like, you know, you're going to get lucky or you're not. And yeah, so that's just kind of what happened there. So I don't really, now that I'm sitting here watching this, I don't know why I was so hesitant to move, because it was just kind of useless to do that. I could have made this move a lot sooner, maybe even gotten up into their Dorito and done a little bit more damage. I was trying to bounce it off this pin. I don't know if it goes in, to be honest. I'm gonna have to try that later. Now, when I put him in, I honestly, I probably could have just gone to the next bunker. The reason why I shoot the inside is because I thought it's Jacob Edwards, so I thought he was going to try to come get me. So I thought he was going to try to run the highway, but yeah. So again, getting out to this corner, I think I did take a bounce going out on this one, and it's going to be difficult. It's going to be one of those ones that only throw it out there periodically. So I'm just going to start shooting. I know that you guys that are watching might not be able to shoot as much paint, but sometimes when you get into a spot, it's good just to start shooting a gap. I mean, if I might get lucky, I might be able to shoot a guy diving out wide or something like that. So I'm just going to stay dominant on this tape. I have someone shooting me on the inside, but it's just better for me to at least be rolling my gun and have a chance to maybe shoot someone rather than having the opportunity to you know, just sit there. I mean, I'm kind of useless if I'm just sitting there. Like, yes, I'm a live body, but I'm not really doing anything. So at least this way I can go ahead and shoot, make sure that I'm being effective on the field. So you can see even the paint coming in on the inside. I think what I do is I stand up and look up over the top. And you can hear me talking to Travis, who was playing next to me, just saying like, hey, watch out for this, you know, caution this, you know, someone shoot me on the inside. I don't know if that's why I said it or what. Yeah, so I think I hugged the bunker and then just looked over. And what I was trying to do was have the guy next to me shoot up over the top because the home was hanging out a little bit. So I was trying to say, you know, try to shoot him, but actually later on we talked about it, and basically my teammate Travis, he wasn't able to even really stand up. There were some other people that had some paint in on him. So so now that I knew that there was a Dorito one, I'm gonna stay on this tape for sure. And I didn't really have a chance to move, I don't think, because there was paint coming from the inside. If I tried to run up, I think the home would have seen me. this was probably my chance right there.
Hey, Mini!
I think that might have been my chance right there to dive in. So looking back now, I think that could have been the time that I could have dove into the Dorito, because eventually Damage ended up pushing into the center of the field and got into our wing, and yeah, it was just something that wasn't the best. So I'm just trying to talk, just trying to stay alive, making sure that yeah, I'm just making sure I'm staying alive. Now, the reason I get shot here is that I did overextend a little bit. They do get into our wing, and I was trying to wrap and just kill that guy, just get him off the field. But I think there's 2 in the center, and the one behind him ended up shooting me. Or it might have been Dan Holiday.
R200!
So
300!
So I was just trying to tell my guys that they, hey, they're on our side of the field. It would have been better if I just kind of chilled. So you see there, I was trying to. That sounded like I cursed. I didn't. I just realized that. But yeah, so that was definitely something that would have been better if I just kind of chilled and just calmed down a little bit more. So that shot that I did right there from that cake, and I'm sorry that it was a little bit foggy here. I didn't realize that. Shooting to the left and shooting right in front of that tower, I was able to kill that guy going in, and so was one of my other teammates, and I think another one. So this is a shot that's good. So you can see I'm playing a little bit more aggressive, and this is definitely something that is it's better to play more aggressive up on this field. So even with that mini there, I still could have. I think I still could have pushed into the Dorito 4 there. So getting up to this Dorito 3 was good, and at least I can still look inside and shoot at the.
Ball 1. Ball 1. I know I saw a body come off. Travis is still in the center. Hey, Texas Kiwi.
So we. I saw someone come off, so that's why I was calling that. Hey, we were down a body. So I'm just trying to sit there and shoot, maybe get lucky on a guy, and put pressure on this guy so that way he can't move. There was someone in the little W that ended up kind of stopping me from moving up, but I mean, when I put him in there, I don't know why I didn't go. I think part of it was one of the guys that had jumped in doesn't usually play with us. He had jumped in to help fill out a line, and I don't know if maybe I just didn't feel like he was going to watch my back, which isn't good. I mean, you need to trust the guys next to you, so that was my own fault for that, but I could have pushed up more. I know that we had another Dorito, but even if he came to come get me, then that means that the guy behind me either is going to shoot him, or if he shoots me and kills that guy, now he has the whole Dorito tape, so it's worth it. So if I can pull a body, so that would have been better. Now, the way that I get shot here, and I know about this shot now, so from the Dorito 3, you can have the snake corner can shoot inside over the top of that brick just to the left of me on the screen right now.
Yeah, Guru.
And you can actually go ahead and shoot this guy in the Dorito. And that's what he does right there. He ends up clipping me in the hopper. So be it. It happens. Now, we were trying to just double up here. I did get shot going just to that snake tower, so I don't know if we were trying to... I don't know if we were trying to do that, but we were just trying some stuff here.
Home, Guru, right?
Yeah, so I'm just trying to sit here, just trying to talk, just sitting on my gun. So at least this way I can put pressure. That home isn't going to be able to fill out to the Dorito side if I stay that way. And yeah, just gonna sit there and talk and dump paint.
Tell us. You said Dorito 2?
So it was the back left. We had a guy in the snake there. What I should have done is actually gone up onto the inside. So I think I do end up doing that. I can't remember if I do that on this point, but looking at it now, I could have made this move a lot sooner. So that way I'm at least able to just do better, honestly. It would have been better for me to push more up onto the in the center a little bit more. So I'm just kind of hunting here. I don't think they actually saw me go in. So I get up into here, and I knew that we had another guy, or I can hear them saying it, that we had another guy in the bunker that was right in the one that I was in the last point. I wasn't saying anything here, I don't know if you saw the camera shake. I think that's when I was nodding. Basically, the whole thing is I don't want them to know that I'm in the center because I don't want them to try to come get me. No one started shooting at me, so I was able to kind of sit and hunt a little bit. So I'm listening to Mingo and just kind of seeing, okay, what can I do? I should have just dove right over into this brick. Looking at it now and thinking back over the weekend, diving into that brick is going to be super important. There is a bounce shot off that pin on the snake side, and you do want to be mindful of that. But having just that force going up there is going to be super important. Now, yes, I can shoot this Dorito side, and that's great, but yeah, I definitely could have been pushing into to that brick, or even gone into their wing and then ran over and bunkered out the other guy that was in that first wing. So I'm just kind of hunting here, just looking around, and yeah, looking now, man, I've definitely wasted time here, so that's not going to happen again. What I was trying to do here was bounce it off that tower into the back center. I don't think that shot works. I'll have to try it again later, but yeah, so you heard that, and what I thought he meant was that I had the guy right in front of me in the brick, but he was actually in my mirror. So that's just that. I mean, it's okay. I mean, that's the whole point of practice, is to make mistakes. So I was going to go get that guy or at least trade with him and make sure that I was, being effective in the center there. So I apologize again for it being a little bit foggy. It did rain at the end of our practice on Sunday, so that's definitely going to put a damper on things, no pun intended. And yeah, so...
Hey, Mingo, what else, bud?
So once I got here, I can still shoot up over the top of...
What?
I can still shoot up over the top of these pins into that back right that was in there. But we did have a guy in the Dorito, or I'm sorry, the snake corner. So what I could have done is gone further up into the center. So,
you got the tape?
So what I was seeing here was, you heard me say, like, do you have the tape?
Hey, Mingo, what's keeping you?
So I'm just trying to see, like, hey, what's keeping you in, stuff like that. Like, how can I help you? Basically. So those kinds of things. Now, we did lose the guy to the right of me. He was in the snake corner. But rather than me trying to fill out to the snake corner, what I do is I go straight up the center. I'm going to do this in a second, where I go up, and this is something that we had talked about. So just trying to just bump 1, 2, 3. So I'll go from here, and then I'm going to jump right into the next one, make sure that I'm checking off the inside, play the wrap, and then I'm going to go ahead and and then I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna come over to the brick here, so that way I can protect my snake guy. So I'm just shooting the inside to make sure that I don't get shot. And now what I can do is bait people. So this brick is good for that. Now what works is actually the Dorito 3 gets in, and I'm able to switch over to the inside, kill that Dorito 3, and then switch back. Yeah, so you heard him say D3. I come up over, I shoot him, and so I shoot the Dorito. Now what I could have done, what would have been better, is actually once I killed that inside guy, is just pushed a little bit more, gone over to their side of the field, and done that. Now what they do is they actually end up. I thought it was a hit. I don't know why. In a second they're gonna shoot that pin, and it's gonna kind of splash into me. And I don't know why I thought it was a hit. I don't know if it was just a long day or what. But yeah. But this bounce shot does go into that guy. That one doesn't. I was just trying stuff, shooting off the beam there. But yeah. So they ended up shooting, I think, from that snake can off that pin into me.
Guru! Hey, Dorito 1.
So you can just hear me trying to talk here. From this back center, you can do a lot of lanes. And then what I was doing here was actually someone had stopped me from doing this before. So I decided, well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I went up.
Hey, Dorito 2!
So even though that Dorito 2 got in there, I'm still able to get back dominant.
Dorito 2's on me rapping. Hey, Dorito 3.
So even though he got to the Dorito 3, now what's he going to do? He can't really bump up further without contending with me.
I'm on the 3.
So you can hear me just saying like, hey, I'm on this bunker, I'm doing this. That's the kind of communication they want to make sure that you have with your team. Now my hamstring did start hurting a little bit after, I can't remember at what point in the day this was, but yeah, it was definitely one of those, like I'm just sitting in the same position and just trying to hold, and I'm not going to come off this guy. I'm going to make sure that I am on him.
Dorito 1 as well.
I think I was coming up over the top just to look. It might be to kind of readjust my legs a little bit too, but just look over the top, see what else there is, and then come back and stay posted on this guy. So this spot might be a little bit boring because getting up to that other wing might be a little bit risky. I think the snake might be able to shoot you a little bit easier. From back here, you can still do an okay job of stopping the Doritos. If they stay super low, I think they can get out of the way of your paint. But if they go on the outside,
Hey, back right.
but they,
Right.
yeah. So I think I checked on the outside there. I'm sorry, from over the top. So I'm just making it so this guy can't breathe. I don't want him to be able to move. I'll let my other teammates go to work. I'm gonna do my job here and make sure that my guys are protected and make sure that I can do something. Now I think you can drop in shots on the Dorito corner. Again, this has only been the first week of the layout, so definitely gonna be trying some more stuff this weekend, and then of course with NYX when we kind of finalize our plays more. Once we killed that Dorito, I'm able to stand up, and then I just kind of took off, got up into to this tower, and then just kind of closed it out on the tower. I'm sorry, on the corner, and kill that guy and finish out the game. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, check out these other videos that are coming up on the screen right now. If you like what you see, please again make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. But as always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.